is Joanna. We will not be playing as a Reaper today. We'll be playing as a Paladin, as per usual, because role playing, also faster queues, because all of you are on that Reaper and Sage. You're running, running to to leveling that. And we're here. Last time on Endwalker, we did the first dungeon, the Tower of Zot. It was indeed pretty awesome. It was probably one of the funnest dungeons I've done in this game for a while. It was real good. It was very pretty in its own way. The aesthetic. It was fast-paced with the three bosses and the Maga sisters. And so now we continue after. Literally, I stopped after the cutscene of the dungeon, and so we have one cutscene to go do that. I think it's at the Great Work. It's near the Great Work, probably. We still haven't even done any side quests for like Aether Currents. I fell again. I keep falling here. Wait, are you an Aether Current side quest? You are the Aether Current side quest. Well, you don't seem like a very important one, but I'll still somewhat follow it. Usually the more important ones, but with cutscenes in them, have images. You're too kind. In Kajia's footsteps. Black hair. Cool. Now it seems like these cutscenes are appearing. There's none here. What's this? Oh, also, I got rid of the clutter. All the way right there. That little part that you can travel on. As per usual. That city theme there, that little town theme there, reminds me a little bit of another track in the beginning where it does like a very slow piano. Doop, 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 or something like that. One of the other city themes. And then but then it goes into the Endwalker theme with a different version of it. So it's pretty cool still. God, this place is pretty. Fuck. So yeah, we're gonna do this quest. Why not? We need the Aether Currents. What in the fuck is the? I thought that those were like I thought those were like mecha arms. Those are bones though. He be getting bones on his arms. There could be mecha arms. Like, this monster is ready to fucking tussle. And they have been defeated. Are you okay? Oh, they're running away. That's fine. Black-haired woman. Do Matanga have hair? They don't. So I assume they're talking about an aura? Or here. Lady! What are you doing? You could be killed. Huh? What do you mean I need to get back to work? Oh, have I really been out that long? I should really go. I'm gonna give it a look at the stage before I left. I'm sure you're busy, but could you assist me a moment? Sure. Thank you. I'll inspect the walls so you can make sure the stage is in order. Of course I gotta do this. Gives you a fresh coat of paint. Hey, what up? Hello, bunny. Wow, this is a fantastic dress. Small hole in the floor. That can't be good. You know what? It's so good, I'm gonna go into say and tell them that. Oh, it's tapestry. They could be gone by the time I get to say it. No problems here. Goodbye, random person. Any problems? The floor and paint. I'll have to fix them next time we come by. Thank you for checking. You wouldn't happen to be one of the adventurers sent by the students about Nissan, would you? Yes, yes. You are? And here was delegating to menial tasks. If I had known, I've always admired travelers like you. You see, I was studying to be a dancer under the mistress Nashimera at one time. I wanted to see the realm as I traveled for performance. And maybe I still can. Not as a dancer, of course, but as an alchemist. Oh, but we should hurry back to the great work. I don't want to cause any more trouble than I already have. That's good. Get on there. Before we do that, are we close to the main quest? We're actually, I think, far. Where is it? Literally going to great work is just as close. It doesn't matter. You can go through here and then traverse there. Okay, cool. Stop doing that. I think that... I wonder if that, the NPC that she name dropped, it could be, a dancer job quest person. But I'm not sure. Oh, there you are. I heard you helped my colleague in her stage inspection while you were gone. Or out? Oh, it's greatly appreciated. She really looks up to your calling, you know. She lost her chance to become a dancer due to an unfortunate injury, and now she's working to heal the sick. An injured as an alchemist. She's so happy to meet you, as am I. Yeah, a token of our thanks. Thank you for the aid, current. I won't be able to fly in this area anytime soon, though, but, thank you anyway. Alright, we head out through this direction. Yeah, since we're blocked off from half the area for now, we can't fly yet, so. I'm just doing things. I'm glad the tower's gone. That eyesore. Get fucked. I think it was supposed to be up there, right? In front of there. I took a photo of it before it went away, though, so. That's nice. Now I think about it, our teleportation fees are down. That's why I was wondering, like, why are the teleportation fees aren't that high? That's probably why. They're pretty down. So, thanks to our free company. Da 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 da. Back. There you all are. Right? They're random monsters. No, those are people. Are they waiting for the dungeon? This looks weird now because the dungeon, the tower is gone from me. That could be something here. No, the dungeon's over here actually. So well, I don't know what's over there. There was maybe something there, but I forgot. I think the boat there to go. Oh yeah, by the way, again, so yeah, if peak hours are happening, it's hard to get into this game. But once you're in, and you hardly ever get out. But when peak hours aren't happening, there's hardly ever an issue. Everything kind of runs smoothly. So it's hard to say whether or not this is worse than Stormblood. Because really, the thing, at least in Stormblood, you could play the game, kind of. I mean, it would be, sometimes the servers would be unstable, but it's a thing. And for this, it's like, you technically cannot play the game. You're just waiting in the login screen, and then sometimes it just kicks you out because literally, apparently Final Fantasy 14 servers are just at its max. Like, they're hard capped. They don't have enough. Had enough rest, have you? You never were one to being idle. Right. Varshan bade us come to the Megaduta at our earliest convenience. The others will join us there once we have finished tending to the prisoners. Wait. On second thought, you and Estinian should go on ahead. I need to make a quick detour by the Great Work. We left Graha in the alchemist's care, you see. Best to fetch him before he's crammed into a specimen jar. That's true. Once I see his agonizer, like, wait a minute, this person's important. Let's take his blood. Just you and me, then. The guardsman at the gate should wave us through. Oh, going on a trip with my besties. Take care of Graha, Tancred. Sugar bunny. That's a cool mount. I always don't want to look at it too much because it could be a spoiler. It could be, maybe it could be a fucking floating ass moon rock or some shit. Literally saw one of my mutuals on Twitter. They just tweeted, "I got to the moon." I'm like, damn it. She's up there somewhere on Cactar. It's not on Fairy, but still close enough. Maybe if you look at it, you can see her waving. Yeah, but tips they said to they said that like during end credits, sometimes if you didn't click anything, it will count you as AFK. So then you just like get logged out, which is, you know, pretty suckish. But I think they fixed that, just in case you just do have to click stuff though. I know maybe they didn't fix it. The Endwalker credits though will not do that. I don't know what goes on in the Endwalker credits that allows you to just, maybe they fixed it, or maybe there's like a fucking mini game where like in Nier or some shit you become a shooting jet. You just shoot things. I don't know. I have no idea. Some reason though in the Endwalker credits you will not go AFK if you're just not touching anything. But yeah, that's that. With the tower gone, I expect that state of alert will be lifted. So we can go in finally? Honored Scions! You are free to enter at your leisure. As I cannot leave my post, I'm afraid you must make your own way. Should you require directions to the city, a sentry stationed at the fountain atop the steps should be glad to assist you. We can finally go in the city properly. Though I've been to Rotterdam before, this place is a veritable maze. Rather than risking getting lost, we best ask for directions from this sentry at the fountain. Lead the way, and don't expect me to act as your tour guide like certain others. Okay. Estinian is now accompanying you. Oh. You can leave Estinian behind, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Come on, bestie. I really gotta make that, I wanna make a private Twitter account to, like, post my, like, images and photos of this game. I can't stand by the fountain. G-pose. There we go. Actually, maybe if I talk to this person, then he'll move out of the way. Sorry, sir. Mr. Shoana, I presume. I understand you are here for an audience with the satrap. If you require directions to Magaduta, I should be glad to provide them. The satrap's residence is situated in Dharma, the highest part of Razathan. To get there, I would ordinarily recommend a route takes you by the bazaars in the city's north. Due to the state of alert, however, most businesses are already currently closed, and the internet is disabled? Oh, we technically aren't in the city yet. Oh my god. As such, I will provide you with an alternate path. First, please ascend the next steps next to this fountain, and then continue left. There will be more steps upon this underground. You will emerge on Paxa's path. Proceed through the large door on the right, and you will arrive at Ruvida Fibers. Within, upon another sentry, will give you further guidance. In other words, we head up. Sounds straightforward enough. Okay, he won't move. Sydney, I'm gonna need you to turn. There we go. There we go. All right. This is the real end game. Nice. You do color filters? I do like the bright ones. This bright one's nice. Status frames, wet attire. I think it's on. And then we go to here. A little bit of a brighter light. It's a little hard to see this light. And there. Show self and NPCs only. Perfect. I look wet as hell. What about any other emotes? Like yeah, okay. Be very flirty right now. Why not? And then I actually want to disable a wet attire. Just magically not wet at all. Your stickers. Is General Fate Gold Tosser logos? Pulverizing icons. Oh, whoops. Don't want to get rid of those now. Whoops. How do I get rid of him? Oh yeah, one up cursor. There we go. Yeah, never mind. That's good enough. Sorry, I was just wanting to do that. Suppose I'm not wet here. Do you only get wet if you're like in oceans? Maybe. What's that? You have something to say here, Stinian. What is this thing? Looks real nice. Ah, yes, I know this portal. It leads to a nearby isle, the treasure vault of one of Razathan's wealthiest families. They took the god of luck for their guardian, on account of which they occasionally open up the section of their vaults for aspiring treasure hunters to try their own luck, or so they say. There are also coffers hidden across the land that act as portals for one, and you gain access to the vault. Something to bear in mind in case you exhaust your funds while on the road. There's a troublesome experience, as I can personally attest. Maybe this is a dungeon. Maybe it's like a level 90 dungeon. Because usually the dungeons aren't 2 per zone. At least through leveling. There's at least one, each zone has 1 dungeon. At least that's how Shadowbringers did it, if I remember correctly. I don't remember too much about Stormblood. So they said keep going up the steps until you get up there. Hello, Impy. Impy? Not that foreign vessels have stopped visiting ports, or silks and other specialties have begun piling up. That's probably a surplus of riches. The prices are the lowest they've ever been, probably. It's Matanga with cloths. Aw. These are big lads. Big folks. Well, with the shipping routes all closed, our storehouses are practically overflowing. We'll probably need to halt production at some point, but it pains me to deprive our weavers of their work. Yeah, I get that. Sucks. Do you know where to go? Heading to Magaduta, are you? In that case, please follow this hallway to my right and go to the door on top of the stairs. You'll emerge at the entrance to the airship landing, where another sentry should be on hand to assist you. Incidentally, if you ascend the steps through either side of me, you'll find the workshop's Ruvedai fibers. Though you're free to observe the artisans, take care not to lose your way. Thank you. Huh. Vibrant textiles. Denivarian weave. Hard to imagine more vibrant stuff. I dare say Emmerich would be partial to the gold thread. And the blue, of course. He loves his blue. I've never put much thought into what I wear. A spare set of clothing is usually all I carry. And if that isn't enough, I can always obtain something locally. That sounds about right for you, buddy. The waist is... this is lacking something. I might have to make some more adjustments. Denivarian silk is the finest quality and has always been highly sought after. I can hardly believe there's no demand for it right now. Trade can't resume soon enough. Yeah, I want some of your clothes. Can I get some? That'd be real nice. Very pretty. Welcome to Ruvidaya Fibers, proprietary cocoonery, where we lovingly raise our silkworms to spin the finest fabric in all the realm. The silkworms depend on us to survive, and raising them keeps us quite busy. But it's a labor of love, and try to turn to the profit. Got silkworms? Are they big silkworms or small silkworms? Well, hello there. curious about our work here? I was just bringing in threads to be dyed. Reeled straight off the cocoons, in fact. All these people's outfits are amazing. Oh, a traveler, are you? A fine time to visit, I must say. Well, perhaps you would be interested in some of the textiles. Daphne is famous for them. You know. Mm-hmm. Oh, whoops, I bumped into the mic there. Oh, you can see the city out here. I've already gone lost, by the way. I know it's over there somewhere, but I'm just sort of like exploring. I don't even see that fucking Aether crystal. The silkworms do love the mulberry leaves. Not that they don't eat each other's kinds, mind you, but these seem to be the best option for little fellow's cocoons. Wow, look at that. Skybox. Those are silkworms? No, those are the equivalent of dodos. If only I could pet them. Should be here. Was I supposed to come through there? I think I did. Hang on. This place is a bit of a maze. Yep. If you're here for an airship, I'm afraid all flights have been suspended until further notice. So the state of alert is still in effect. Perhaps it's for the best. That aside, we're not here for an airship. We have business at Megaduta. Oh, in that case, permit me to direct you. From here, it's quite simple, really. Ascend the steps and then continue straight ahead and across the bridge. You can't miss it. Let's go, Sinian. Don't get left behind, otherwise I have to go all the way back for you. Oh, I remember passing by here with Varshan. The situation being as it was, he regretted not being able to show us the sights. Life has yet to return to normal here, but when it does, you ought to pay another visit. Though the city is confusing, the food is quite good. I'm partial to Hamsa myself. The meat's surprisingly tender and flavorful. How's it? Estinian's restaurant reviews. Squawk! Squawk! Are you dreaming? Delicious. Pass this bridge. God, this place is going to be the place where we get tombstones. This is going to be awesome. There it is. Now we can go talk to Vritra. That's how you say it, right? Vritra? Greetings, and welcome to Magaduta. May I inquire after your business? We are members of the Sons of the Seventh Dawn, come at the invitation of His Excellency. Ah, of course. We have been expecting you. I will show you into the audience chamber, if you would please follow me. Hooray! That person had a green dress on, by the way. Behind her. And our character that we're talking to. Big dragon. By the way, I opened this like chocolate. I never finished half of it. I just didn't even notice it was still there. So I guess I have some chocolate with me.
Are we the last to arrive? I hope we've not kept you waiting.
That's fine. It's fine. You were very tired.
Feeling better, I trust.
Much better, thank you.
Harness remedies are certainly potent in more ways than one.
That's good. That's good, buddy. You worried me there for a second.
Taste, although I hope you never have cause to do so. Pray, take your ease.
Full glad I am to see you all unharmed.
Valiant scions, for your heroism, you have my boundless gratitude.
Thank you.
You cast down
It's cool to have gratitude from a dragon.
and set free its hapless captives. You cleanse their souls of its corrupting influence.
That's just another day in the work for us.
In place of platitude,
Another Tuesday.
I offer a bounty of warding scales.
Hooray!
Pray accept your due reward, along with the goodwill of Radzatan.
Alchemists throughout the land were put to work in the forging of your talismans. The finished ones have been collected, and now await you at the High Crucible of Alchemia.
Mm-hmm.
Present this letter when you are ready to take them into your possession.
We are humbled by your generosity. Know that the inventive wisdom of Radzatan will be vital in restoring serenity to our star.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Every single one of those scales came from you, didn't they? You must still be in such pain.
Oh.
'Tis of no moment, a mere annoyance compared to the dreadful suffering inflicted upon this land and its people.
Albeit brief, my involvement in the Dragonsong War afforded me a glimpse of the myriad sorrows which consumed both dragon and man. Though you were half a world away, such tragedies as befell your kin must have affected you deeply.
Yeah, how do you feel about that, man? You everything good?
And yet, you chose to live among men.
That's true.
In the age when that conflict first bloomed, my choice had already been made.
Mm-hmm.
In some distant place, man slew dragon, and dragon slaughtered man. Yet no hate could I muster for those smiling faces which did look to me for guidance.
Aww.
Not even my brother's righteous rage could rally me to his cause. I huddled here, secret and still, hoping against hope that which I had built would remain untouched by the chaos and carnage.
Twould seem we share the same desire for peace, great Vritra. To that end, I wonder if we might trouble you with another question. The Telophoroi are intent on recreating the final days, an apocalyptic event which we know to predate the sundering of the star.
Do you know anything about that,
As
dude?
the longest lived among us, know you aught of this terrible cataclysm?
Nay, when war and strife drove my sire from his home, he crossed the great expanse with only our unhatched eggs as company. He
I remember that.
alighted upon a shattered source, its 13 reflections long since scattered beyond the rift.
So he came when they were all already split.
Of
Okay.
events preceding his arrival, he knoweth naught, save that which Hydralin hath deigned to disclose.
So, whatever Heidelin
So
said.
again, 'tis the inscrutable Heidelin to whom you must look for answers.
Yeah. Still, and she gives me very vague answers indeed.
Seek you to divine the will of this star. If so, I have a tale which may afford you some small comfort.
Oh yeah?
'Tis a story from my youth, many years ago.
When you're like a baby dragon?
To my sire,
Like small?
I once posed the question, of all the stars in the sky, why didst thou settle upon this one? To which Midgardsormr did reply, 'twas the last bastion of hope.
Oh yeah?
He believed so long as Heidelin endured, so too might dragonkind. Solemn and portentous were his words. What deeper meaning they held, I could not, dared not pursue. 'Tis a stone I've left unturned ever since. Yet take you solace in the knowledge that whatsoever Heidelin does strive towards, 'tis an ideal which hath earned my sire's conviction.
And he's pretty knowledgeable. So, this is probably
Thank you,
a
Reacher.
confirmation to tell
You've
us
given
that
us
Heidelin
more
isn't
reassurance
evil.
in a world
He's-
gripped by cold uncertainty.
He's trying to help. So,
Well, I'm
for
sure
now,
we'll
I'll have
a great
faith in
many
that.
questions. I
I'll
think it's
have faith
time
in
we let the
Midgardsormr's
talismans
word.
be on
He's
our
a
way.
smart dragon.
Our fight against the Telophoroi
For
is
now,
far from
just
finished.
in case something happens. She
We
seems
must
like a
take our
swell
leave,
gal.
But please do inform us if we can provide any further assistance.
Dainty bow.
Prithee, a moment.
You want to talk to me?
There is one whom my sire hath judged worthy of honor and respect. The one known to men as Eorzea's champion. This hero of renown and rumor, 'tis thee.
Yeah. I tried my best. Yay, the second one is the completion of the Omega raids. I only wish he could be here with us now. Yeah, I miss that dude.
I know of his clash with Omega and the long slumber which was his price.
At least he's having a nice nap. Nice sleep.
Yet even closed in sleep, my father's eyes are far from blind. He is watching over thee, watching over this world.
Thanks, man.
'Twas a revelation most pleasing that thou, a child of man, had gained Midgardsormr's trust. But alongside mine elation runneth a rivulet of dread. For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, wheel enmeshed with woe. Amidst this tangled knot, thou shalt know no rest. 'Tis an endless confluence of forces, a struggle without surcease.
Yeah, I know. Even after this is over,
Still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions.
there'll be more expansions with more troubles.
Storm of thine existence.
That's just how it be. Oh. Oh, yeah, just show me that. Yeah, thanks. Oh, no, yeah, thanks, yeah. Oh. Thanks for the memories. The trauma. Yeah.
Even cowering behind my curtain, I know the suffering of the powerful. I have watched my siblings driven mad by loss.
Can I give you a hug?
Thus do I exhort thee to spare no effort to keep thy loved ones safe.
Yeah. I will try my best, man.
Apologies. We hadn't meant to interrupt.
I was just having a very heartfelt conversation with this
It's
dude.
just that we do have a history of suddenly collapsing, and when you didn't follow us out...
No, I'm not being teleported to the second.
I have to change your champion over long with idle chat.
Watch just the next part of this expansion. Just like, no, yeah, now you just go to the second for no reason. Whatever.
At war's end, I pray I welcome thee.
Even if that place is still up, I actually don't know. I know some of the places are gone.
Comrades, you may toast your triumph.
Yeah. You two are making it out of this. I don't know about everyone else, because that also makes me sad. But you, damn it, at least you two will. You're too young. You're too young to die. You're just babies. My apologies again. I hope we didn't force you to conclude your conversation prematurely. That's fine. It was pretty much over. So, what were you and Vitra talking about? It's, you know, nothing. Nothing. Very well, if you say so. The others have gone ahead to the High Crucible. Let's catch up with them. Color of joy. God damn it. Baked with either fish or vegetable flour, this fluffy loaf of rye bread is, from a nutritional standpoint, wholesome indeed. You can keep it, Alpha. No, you don't need to give it to me. The attendant was kind enough to give me directions to the High Crucible. First, let us return to the mulberry orchard. Yeah. I just feel like I just barely started this expansion. Yeah, I've been playing this for about like 11 plus hours. My street lamps. They supposed to be here? I know the mulberries are for the silkworms. Grown a stone's throw away from the shop's residence. It gives it the quintessential Davenarian flair, don't you think? Yeah. I'm gonna mulberries. I want to eat them. From here, we're supposed to follow the path left and past the mulberries. It's a little weird they didn't make them follow me. Hello. Let's see now. The foodstuffs and sent from Pala. Like a stand go there. I remember to buy gifts for the village children afterward. What a nice lady. Oh, I can't wait to use all these Aether nets on the Aether net the Aether crystal. That's obviously in the middle, right? Right? I can use that, right? Please turn it back on. The word "yuge" apparently means bind in the local tongue, and this district is so named because it connects all others in the city. If we manage to come this far, we shouldn't have trouble finding the High Crucible. Or so I was told. What the? Oh, it's Reaper. I was like, what the fuck was that? When the street turns, enter the door straight ahead and descend the steps. I thought the Crystarium was confusing, but it doesn't compare to Ratzat Han. The architecture and decorations make it even harder to get your bearings. Anyway, let's see where this door takes us. Yeah, the Crystarium was pretty difficult. Well, things are kind of interwoven. Like, especially here at the... Wait, hang on. You know what? Oh, we are going to the... near the Aether Crystal. So... Oh, I think you all noticed, by the way, I am... There it is. I turned off... I don't know if I even said this. I'll say it again. I turned off all the quests that I had. They were blocking the thing up there. It was crazy. So, you know, it gives more focus. I didn't even know I could do that. But I can. I'm gonna try to... Maybe it is on. Maybe I turn it on right now. According to the message on the base, the Aether has been temporarily disabled. Damn it. Ah, worth a shot. Yeah, seems we're on the right track. And here's the Aether Plaza. So far so good. And there isn't much farther to go. From here we just need to cross to the other side of the hall, then pass through the larger of the two doorways. The High Crucible lies beyond. I suspect the others have already collected the warding scales. Come, let's join them. I think they put these little spots here because they're like, yeah, you don't know where you're going. You have no fucking clue, do you? Wait, there are markets here. The East Bajan Bazaar. Oh yeah, they also said the markets were closed, weren't they? Didn't they? No, they're open. Oh shit. I want to see your clothes. Script exchange. What new gear do you have? Splendors. Damn House of Splendors. Hello? That's a cute outfit. This isn't exactly booming. It's barely making a peep, in fact. Any customers I do get leave before they even so much as look at my wares. At this rate, I'll be forced to close up shop. There's a hunt board. I shouldn't go too far away from the main quest. I'm trying to look for a specific... Wait a minute. It's closed? The gear vendor. I think this person is the gear vendor, but they just are not available right now. Yeah, there's some vendors that are just like turned off. Or they're just there for decoration. I mean, this merchant sells stuff. Potions, mostly. Level 83 fishing tackle. Ooh. Yeah, whatever. I see you. Do you have business once to Traps Alchemist at the High Crucible? Visit if you must, but you would do well to hold your nose if pungent chemical odors are not to your liking. That's why you got them face masks. Though this land hath been afforded a respite in turmoil, do many others languish still. Our work is far from finished. You took your time. Got turned around, I take it. A little bit. I just want to see the markets. So I got a little turned around. We're last, of course. But at least we found the place. Listen, we can't all be first.
These are the talismans we
Oh, this is voice acted.
Yes, and I made a quick count. There are far more than we could have hoped for.
Hell yeah. Everyone can get it in the Alliance.
Enough to outfit an entire company of soldiers, in fact. Considering the involved process, that they were able to manufacture so many in such a short span of time is nothing short of a miracle.
Once we have distributed them to our allies in Eorzea and the Far East, we'll have a fighting chance to bring down the other spires, just as we did with the Tower of Zot.
Or we could use them to invade Garlemald proper, and strike directly at the Telophoroid's base of operations.
That's what I like to hear.
Of course, we would need to consult with various Alliance leaders before such a drastic measure could even be contemplated. To which end, I could set out forthwith and present the idea to each of our allies in person.
Good idea, good idea.
Pray allow me to undertake some few of those journeys. I find myself restless and in need of purposeful duties.
Sure, buddy.
I can head eastward. Vosir and Dalmasca are just a short hop from here. And Doma's shinobi network should come in handy for passing on the word.
We shall share the burden then.
Finally doing it.
Meanwhile, I think it best that you
Finally.
take the talismans back to the Baldessian Annex.
Going to
Keep them safe
Garlemald.
and secure until we've decided upon a course of action.
Please, I must speak with you.
Zara? Are you okay?
Nidana, you're awake.
Yes. When I spoke with the carer at my bedside, she told me that one of the scions, a young woman, had cleansed me of the tower's corruption.
Oh, good job, I'll say.
It seems I'd been asleep ever since the treatment. But when I awoke and learned you were all still here, I knew I had to come.
As you said, Nidana was captured only recently.
Thanks,
Such
Alistair.
a brief exposure is swiftly cured, so I tended to her before we gathered at Megaduta.
And I am truly grateful that you did. I cannot thank you enough. All of you, for everything you've done. Destroying the tower, rescuing our people. You've saved Thavnair from an awful fate.
Yo, it's what we do.
Yet who hath truly saved whom? Due in no small part to thine inspirational courage, the alchemists were successful in reproducing warding scales of proven efficacy. Replications of thy work now stand ready to travel across the seas, unto the hands of those who might wield them against this rising evil.
The talisman? Is this true?
Yeah, because of you. Good job. You did it. You have so many ready.
Oh, I was so groggy from sleep. I didn't even think to ask. Oh, our great work sent across the seas. It was worth it. Oh, it was all worth it.
Oh. Oh? What's this? Oh, it's changed yellow.
That. Its color is completely changed.
Pretty.
What do you have there?
It's one of these things that changes color for emotions and all that.
How unusual. I wonder if the effect is a reaction to Akasha.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that term.
Yeah, what is that?
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feelings.
Hmm?
You imply that it is distinct from ether.
Wait, something different from ether?
Foreign scholars often conflate the two, but we see them as separate concepts.
Huh, this is
Ether an energy
interesting.
that permeates the land. It exists within animals, objects, even the air we breathe, affecting all through which it flows. Akasha, on the other hand, exists in a domain beyond our reach. A gift bestowed from on high, or torn from the heavens in some traditions. Akasha can neither be created nor destroyed. It is beyond our power to purposefully alter or manipulate. The only thing observed to influence it is an abundance of, I want to say, spiritual emotion. As a veteran of the battlefield,
It's a new piece of
surely you've
lore.
experienced moments of desperation or exaltation when you've transcended the usual limits of your capabilities. That
All the
is
time.
a manifestation of Akasha, the invisible essence harnessed by heart, mind, and unyielding spirit.
I really must hear more about this theory. Our disciplines are based entirely upon the idea that ether is the fundamental form of all energy.
It's a fun theory, yeah.
I'm glad my haphazard explanation has piqued your interest. But even for us, Akasha is a somewhat abstract field of study. A lack of practical application lends itself poorly to formalized research. Which is why my analysis of your flower can amount to little more than idle speculation. I am sorry.
But I feel like this idle speculation
Sorry for. Your insight is
will be
much appreciated.
very important later on. This Akasha.
Shall
Well.
we depart for Charlian then? I will see to it that the talismans arrive at the annex.
Yeah.
And we will be in touch once our talks are concluded. I suggest you rest while you can. From here onward, sleep is bound to be in short supply.
I can run on like 2 hours of sleep or something. Sometimes feels like she just runs on no sleep. Maybe if I go to the inn and sleep, then Heidelin will talk to me, just like Arbor did on Shadowbringers. Heidelin's like, yo, what up? Yeah, that seems like a very important discovery. Swift work, sacrificing quality. That's our motto here at the High Crucible. The Abnerian climate is so hot and humid that some foods practically ferment right there on the vine. Most other foods tend to spoil quickly as well, which is why we use so many spices for preservation, you see. Well then, when the heroes came to this island, they introduced to us their brand of herbology. The Abnerians of the time combined this newfound science with their pre-existing knowledge to develop the alchemy we know today. Cool! Cultures mixing. The warding skills are absolutely fascinating. I confess I'm itching to experiment with them, as there may be other applications for such talismans. Well. Back to old Charlian. Been a fun place. If only I could tell attune to the ether here, damn you! It's literally like stone throws away. Oh boy, Kral's right there! Let's get out back into the main hall. Yo, what up, Kral? Ah, it's good to be back. I just can't see you right now. Oh, there you are. Hey, it's good to end with the fruit of our labor safely in storage. For now, we have to but wait for the others to return from their respective meetings with the Alliance leaders. I think would suggest you should get some rest in the meantime. Okay. Sleepy. Welcome back, Joanna. Quirrell has surprised me of your recent accomplishments. What an amazing feat to eliminate the tower and paved the way to deal with the rest. While it isn't much, I've changed your sheets and plumped your pillow. After all, there's nothing like collapsing in a nice clean bed after completing a major milestone, be it penning a thesis or defeating deiform deities. Thank you so much, Ojika. So would you like to take a look at your new and improved lodgings now? Thank you for the Archon Loft. Wait, hang on. Sorry. There we go. $145,400. Ta-da! Oh, I'm writing in my journal. Oh no, I put my. Never mind. No, it's white again. Fancy flower.
Take heart and protect them well.
Who is this? Hey!
Good, you're here. You haven't eaten yet, have you?
Did you?
We've bought quite a spread if you're interested. Only the finest dining
Oh,
from
man.
the last stand.
You're gonna make me hungry. Yum! Some good shit. Oh man, he's eating a burger. The cat can has a cheeseburger. No. She's like, I don't want this. Oh my god, that animated food.
Lest you wonder, we invited Estinian as well.
He didn't want to come.
But he refused with a rather grim-faced, "No, thank you." I suspect Charlian cuisine is not to his liking.
What? No, I mean, at least the last stand is better.
I don't know about that. Perhaps our lone wolf just needed some time apart.
He does that usually.
To perfect his brooding stare. Next time, I'll drag him out by the ear, sit him down in front of a Charlian feast, and see that he eats every last bite.
An excellent idea. Of all people, warriors must take proper meals and rest if they are to maintain a healthy constitution.
Poor Estinian, beset on all sides.
Pretty much. Like the reflection of the table. You see Kryle's drinking the tea. He's going in on that. That's a huge ass burger.
Speaking of one's physical condition, Mistress Kryle.
Man, I want that burger now.
You recently played literal host to Heidelin herself.
How'd that feel?
And what an experience that was. Tiring, yes, but no lasting harm done. If anything, I should have liked to speak with her longer. I've not felt a hint of her presence since.
It's very odd that she comes in now.
Heidelin instructed you to carry that flower, yes?
Yeah, for some reason.
'Twill be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. And then something about seeking joy in darkness, was it? Come to think of it, isn't that what happened with Nidana back in Radzat-Han?
The flower did seem to radiate a joyful glow, as if reflecting the elation we all felt, the relief of a people with renewed hope.
Yes.
Indeed. And in turn, I felt buoyed by that radiance. 'Twas akin to spotting a beacon and knowing we were on the right path. I know we've not yet triumphed over the Telophoroi, or learned the full breadth of the Forum's plans. But even within the midst of our struggles, we find small moments of joy to sustain us. Rare and hard-won perhaps, but it is this pursuit of happiness that gives us the strength to carry on day after day.
Yeah, that's a nice way to say it. I'm taking this, thank you.
Hey, that's mine.
To the swift the spoils. Though I recall that levitation spell of yours was quick enough.
Only barely. And even at my best, I'm still too slow to wield it effectively in battle. Mayhap I simply require more practice with this new magic.
What, teleporting
You
things?
unearthed it from the depths of Numenon, I presume.
Aye, and from a veritable mountain of arcane tomes at that. 'Twas necessary to facilitate my solitary explorations.
Aww.
To put it simply, you used it to sneak around the forbidden archives.
Yes, well, after a fashion.
But that's how they still got you anyway.
They're tall, you see. The shelves, they're too tall for me. And I could hardly move the library's platforms without attracting attention. How could I?
You used it to levitate? That's why you learned it? Oh my god. It's like, I'm gonna teleport up there, I guess. Because I'm too short. Look at these happy moments. Also filling me with a sense of dread that it's gonna be very sad later. You know, these are my quarters. Are we pushing until dawn? 'Cause I gotta get sleep.
I'm not that ambitious. But 'tis pleasant to idle away the hours every once in a while.
So those new Lulifs look pretty good. It's like, yeah, they are. They're pretty nice. Oh, it's green now. I guess they don't explain what the colors really mean too much. We're just sort of supposed to get. Oh my god, it's been you. We haven't seen you in like forever, haven't we? Stop looking up there. What do you want? Hey, yo, what up?
Ah, enjoying the bracing cold, I see. Do you not own a warm coat or a cloak? Something in fur, or fashioned from the skins of your enemies, or... well, never mind that.
It's like he's now talking in
I come
his
to you once
original
more
voice.
as the bearer of bad news.
Sorry,
Our
honestly, he's voice
tower
actor.
in Thavnir has been toppled, and I need not tell you by whom.
That or it could just be the same voice
Given how
actor
many
doing a
we
different
have
voice.
at our disposal, the loss of a single spire is hardly fatal to our plans. It does, however, slow the rate at which we siphon ether. If they continue to preoccupy themselves with the towers, then all will be well. But should our foe prove bold enough to strike at us here, then the timing becomes questionable.
I think Xenos cares. He's just like looking. It's like whatever.
Our foe is bold enough. Of that, I can assure you.
Yeah, I'm pretty bold.
Yes. Very well, then. I suppose I must prepare a proper welcome. Honestly, talk of your nemesis is the only thing you seem to enjoy. Does nothing else spark your interest?
Yeah, you have anything else?
No. All else is...
Don't you have like a favorite food?
equal.
A hobby? Other than trying to chase me down?
Equally tedious. Equally disappointing. The world is a tepid bog into which we sink, too weak to thrash as the mud clings to our eyes and fills our throats till we blissfully choke. But then came the light, blinding and pure and hot, so very hot, enough to set my soul aflame. I basked in the afterglow until the void yawned once more, and then I knew
It's got away with words.
would never claim me again. There was naught for me ahead, so I drew the curtain on all that had come before.
Right.
Burn. Burn. Let the whole star burn. I will have my contest. I will reclaim my moment.
Sounds colorful.
How wonderful that the emptiness of death has not dissuaded you from committing your life to its pursuit once more.
True?
I don't know whether to envy you or pity you.
You question my disinterest, but what of yours? Despite your noisome antics, I sense you take little pleasure in this endeavor.
It's like you don't give a shit about what you're doing.
Mercy, my lord. Such pointed barbs from one who barely acknowledges my existence. Nevertheless, you are mistaken. For I do find this part somewhat enjoyable. You see,
Oh, I'm
when I was
glad you find it
mortal,
somewhat
I'd always
enjoyable
have the
killing
same
thousands.
dream.
Possibly
It was
millions.
a fragmented thing, disjointed, all the faces incomplete. The setting too was unknown to me, so I thought it simply a fantasy of my sleeping mind. Until one day, I realized it was showing me the truth. Much as your dream of the final days enlightened you. And soon, very soon, the rest of the world will see the truth of my dream, too.
Will we?
Yes. I think that is something we can both enjoy.
These two edgy boys, they're just like, I don't find anything interesting, so fuck it, let's burn the world. Well, now that we had that fun cutscene, I hope you don't mind us barging into your room for our late night feast. For what it's worth, it did me a world of good to put our troubles to one side, if only for a moment. Sound the bell. School's in. What? They were having a pleasant conversation until I barged in. I barged in. I do that every time. What? It makes it sound like I interrupted their pleasant conversation and just made it worse. Oh, there you are. Feeling refreshed, I hope. I was about to make my way to the studium, as it happens. I kept thinking it was stadium. Stadia. Google Stadia, yeah. I wanted to try and speak with the scholar Montaigne and thank him for coming to our rescue in the rostra. As it turns out, he'd come to see us following the hearing, only to find that we'd already departed for Davner. Knowing him, he was probably hoping to chew the chud with his former students. Since we're still waiting for Yushtila and the others, I thought now would be the perfect time to pay him a visit. Care to join me? Sure. Then it's settled. The twins will be coming too, assuming Alphino can tear himself away from his new toys. I'll let you rally the troops while I go to the phenomenon. Considering the recent impropriety, perhaps I should avoid showing my face around the studio for a time. That might be for the best. If the others should return, tell them we will not be long. Alright, we're going to school! Oh, there you guys are. Just practicing. I mean, it's good to practice. You do have new gun swords. If father can master these fiendish contraptions, then so can I. Yo, what up? Heading out for a stroll? The Skarlock himself was here? In that case, what are we waiting for? I'm too eager to see him, though I somewhat dread the thought of visiting the studium. I dare say our notoriety precedes us. Alphino of all people worrying over his reputation? And that our alma mater, no less? Well, wonders never cease. You'll understand soon enough. Off we go. Oh yeah, let's see. Let's go back to his old school. Battery's low. Hang on. I'll be charging. Also want to see. I know trials are like paced differently. Well, let's get I want to get a sense of where the trials were for the other expansions. So Heaven's Ward. We thought Dark Stock was 53, 57, and last one was 60. Stormblood, 63, 67, and 70. But then Shadowbringers kind of changed it only a little bit. We're 73, 79, and then 80. I remember I was expecting one at 77 somewhere, but it never happened, did it? And then someone told me, I was like, yeah, the Shadowbringers is a bit different. So it could be, the trials could be at any point. I'm assuming though it usually starts at the level 3, but it's not, as we can see, it's not a hard fast rule, is it? What's that? It's a cool outfit. Oh, that's like one of the classic outfits? It looks like a classic armor, but dyed green. Ah, school. Fun. Here it is. Phenomenon. While I expect you made note of it before, one can hardly miss it. It's the first time you've been here on official business, is that correct? While most of the space is taken up by the expansive auditoriums, it also houses numerous laboratories, testing grounds for experimental magics, and a host of administrative offices and so forth. At the center of what would later become the studium, it was established to promote the study of aetherological phenomena, hence the name. Though with aether being a fundamental aspect of nature, its scope expanded to include every conceivable facet of life, and even the universe itself. And then in the 432nd year of the Astral Era, Phenomenon was decreed complete, and the studium officially opened as a place of learning. With a long storied history, it is without question the world's leading authority in aetherology, the arcane, the occult, astromancy, and countless other fields, standing proud as Charlian's Formal Educational Institute. Okay, a little bit too much information as I was reading that. It's like, okay, I get it. You always did enjoy giving that grand tour to new students? Indeed. I've long since lost track how many times he has recited that same foppish speech since his undying love for his old stomping ground. He was in top form back then, youngest to enter the studium, graduated with highest honors in magical arts and aetherology, undisputed champion of the debating chamber. Hold on, you both joined the studium at the same age, yes? And from where I stand, you're equally prodigious scholars. Nice of you to say, but Alphino actually entered half a year before me. Nor did I do well enough to graduate with honors. And I'm certainly not the studium's most notorious master debater. In all respects, have I ever been in his shadow? Have I ever been in his shadow? If nothing else, just remember that this was where the legend of Alphino Levier began. It's the legend of Alphino Levier. We should expect everyone to be fully aware of our recent escapades. Hopefully, we'll be somewhat more welcome here than we were at the last stand. I know better than anyone the adoration of a student body has for Alphino. And with a bit of luck, it might work to our advantage. And the school is like, yo, you're the biggest, the smartest person? Chad. Alright, my school, it was just like, we don't care. Or it's like, yeah, you're alright. Cool. We had just so many people that it didn't matter too much. Well, there's no time like the present. First things first, let's look for the scholar Montaigne. Other faculty attend to their frequent their offices, but unfortunately for us, he's fond of wandering wheresoever his whims take him. Let's put him and ask the students if they've seen him. We're gonna see young lads of learning here. To school! Lads and lasses. Hello. That's an actual person. What is wrong with me? I thought that was a fucking student. Why did I think that was a student in fucking... Oh my god, I'm losing it today. That was Alphino Olivier, wasn't it? The Alphino Olivier? Oh, and he's with his sister and Master Baldesion's granddaughter. This can only mean one thing. An event of epoch-shattering proportions is fast approaching. Spread the word! Calm down, please. It's fine. Oh, sorry, you said you were looking for a scholar? Yes, knowing him, he could be anywhere. But Miss Aleppo should have a better idea. There's merchants here? Oh. A gold salmon roll, leeches. Mostly potions. There are students. They're so short. Things were bad enough to... Oh, who are you looking at? Oh, I was looking over there. Oh my gosh. Look at them. They're cheering for him. That's just hilarious. Things were bad enough during our school days, and Alphino's time abroad has only heightened his fame. Or should that be infamy? He had his rivals and detractors, of course. Though most of them gave that up after his adoring fans set upon them like ravenous dogs. Alphino, on the other hand, never paid them much notice. They were simply beneath him. That sounds about right for past Alphino. I assure you, I'll tell you all about it after my business with the Skylark has concluded. The Skylark? Tell me, my good fellow, does this have something to do with saving the world from catastrophe? Why we turn our attention to Master Olivier's graduation thesis, I too have my doubts regarding our policy of non-intervention. Is it true that your experiences overseas are the reason you have incurred the ire of the Forum? Oh, what I wouldn't give to see you butt heads with those old codgers. I would give to see that. Yeah, man, that sounds awesome. That's a cool suit. Searchers meet. Hello. How am I supposed to approach any gleaners for help when the subject of our research remains undecided? Honestly, that man. Yeah, that makes sense. Ah, it's teachers. Oops. Oh dear, if only you were around to help me. What? Oh god. Charlie must be spared. What the fuck are they doing? Oh dear, am I gonna find a craftsman for the professor? A small Hrothgar. Oh. Hello, Ki Aliapo. That's how you say your name. Are you lost? Wander in off the street, perhaps? Wait, don't tell me. You're a trainee gleaner fresh off the guild ship. I'm right, aren't I? Oh, how silly of me. My orientation is in order. Ahem, allow me to bid you a warm welcome to Searcher's Meet. Let me start with a question. What is the most important thing you'll find in the studium? That's right, books. And what's the second most important? Why, that's simple. Everything else. That's what we deal in here at Searcher's Meet. Whenever the students or tutors find themselves in need of equivalent materials, they come to see us. If we don't have it in our stores, we send the gleaners off to find it. Oh, poor gleaners. Honestly, you wouldn't believe some of the requests we get. Eye of Pisa, this, tongue of Gigantoad, that. It's enough to make your hair stand on end. Which is possibly what some of our students are trying to accomplish, this being a school of magic and all. As our newest gleaner, you'll have to your work cut out for you, but I think you'll find it quite rewarding. The only thing I'm interested in gleaning is information on the scholar's whereabouts. I beg your pudding? Pudding? You're not a gleaner? Then this was all an elaborate ruse. No, wait, come to think of it, you never actually claimed to be one in the first place. My mistake. He was here, but now he's not. I did speak with him shortly before you arrived, though. He said he was on his way to Maker's Meet. Go back the way you came and you'll see it on the opposite side of the entrance. It's a laboratory of sorts. Home to the many rare and expensive curios, not to mention alarmingly frequent accidents. If you lose your way, just follow the blood-curdling screams. Okay. Huh. In the time it's taken me to tell you all of this, the scholar has probably already left. Best of luck finding him. I have a feeling you'll need it. Thanks. Well. What's over here? Did I go in this door? Seems like the map says no. Yeah. And that little tiny blockade says also no. Where's Cryle? Did you go in here? Hey. See this tiny lollyfall here? Yes, the Scarlock was here a short while ago. He offered me advice on my current research project. Though we spoke at length, I don't recall him mentioning where he was planning to go next. When he parted ways, he went down the corridor, perhaps to one of the auditoriums? Hey, bunny. Hello, kid. We're researching prophecies. Lately, I've been reading over the writings of Master Louis Swan, hoping to glean some hitherto unknown knowledge. Well, good luck with that. That is Cryle. Hey, Cryle, what up? Unsurprisingly, the Scarlark is not in his office. I did, however, speak with this one student who saw him not long ago, so he can't have gone far. Ooh. That would affect the conductivity. It is quite rare to meet an outsider with such a curious mind as yours. Class is not currently in session, but when they are, this place is filled with the sound of students exchanging ideas and soaking up new knowledge. Is it the summer? Perfect. I was about... I'm trying to also look for correct. Maybe agree. Is there agree wholeheartedly? Probably. Oh, hang on, I got it. I just clap. There we go. Put this right here. And then put like that. Put that's pretty good. Let's put a normal brightness. Put that down at 4. And last but not least, I'm just going to show... I'm going to show myself. Sorry, Gigi. It's going up. I don't know what I'll say as a caption for that, but more like, the question is right. This place is bigger than I expected. Are they hitting on this girl? Probably. Rooped here. If my friend doesn't turn up soon, we'll be late for the lecture. He'd have been here 2 bells early if it weren't for the Professor Makoto's classes. Makoto? Oh, if it were one of Professor Makoto's classes. Damn it. I don't think she's here then. It'd be awesome to see her. There you are, Monteshane. Buddy. Haven't seen you in a while.
Ah, I remember you.
Mm-hmm. Found him.
We have not caught you at an inopportune moment. We wanted to offer our thanks for your kind words in the forum.
Well, I could hardly let that inquisition go unchallenged. I've always believed that curiosity should be nurtured, not stifled. Thankfully, a majority of my colleagues agreed. A slender majority, aye, but a majority nonetheless.
That's, yeah.
Had the vote not gone our way, we would be having a very different conversation.
Haha.
At all. Though I'd like to think you would have not given up on our cause. I'm told you paid a visit to the annex afterwards.
Yes, that's right. I was hoping to speak with the grandchildren of my dearly departed friends Galuf and Louisoix in a less dour setting. But it seems I just missed you.
I still can't believe how much you've grown. If only your grandsires could have seen the way you presented yourselves to the Forum. Why, it fair brought a tear to my own eye.
Oh yeah, it was an emotional moment going to Bahamut's raids.
Never mind Matoya's prize student.
Uh-huh.
Luckily, I know a thing or two about managing unruly younglings. If you ever need advice, don't hesitate to ask.
Thank you. She's like, well, not that unruly.
If I may, there is a rather more pressing matter we wish to discuss. What can you tell us of this duty that the Forum must fulfill?
Nothing, I'm afraid. Like all humble servants of the Forum, I am sworn to secrecy. Or rather, I couldn't tell you if I tried.
Ah.
Our duty is of the gravest importance. Furthermore, if the particulars were made public, it would incite widespread panic. As such, those entrusted with this duty have been bound by an enchantment.
Oh.
Which prevents us from speaking of such matters without the express permission of the Forum.
That's why you were choking.
How is that even possible?
It's been
That's
some
why
time
one dude was
since I
choking
last
before
gave a
he
lecture.
said it.
Please, take a seat.
Oh, we're going back to school. All right, let's all sit down. After this lecture, can I borrow your notes? Oh, jeez. Sorry, it's kind of funny me sitting in this school chair in my full metal plate armor. Oh my goodness. Hogwarts could never.
We shall begin by reviewing the fundamentals of etherology. The ether, which imbues us with life, can be categorized into 3 forms. 2 are of the incorporeal sort, the soul and the memory. Can anyone tell me the third?
Corporeal ether?
Yes, very good. This is the form with which the layman is most familiar. Consumed by even the simplest of daily activities and replenished by the food and drink that sustain us, this form of ether is in constant flux.
Ah.
In contrast, the ether that comprises the soul is rarely subject to dramatic change. The same can be said for memory, as the two are intrinsically linked.
So our souls and memories are linked. Okay.
Picture the soul as paper, and memories as words written upon it. Now, what would happen if that paper was doused with ink? The same type of ether
Say welcome to
that
Highland.
comprises the memories.
They'd be overwritten?
It would blot out everything that was written.
Precisely. We would be unable to recall the memories, and any activities that depend upon them would be hindered as well. In fact, this exact phenomenon was observed on a vast scale not so long ago.
The calamity!
What might that have been?
They're actually mentioning that. Oh my god, it's been so long! In the Realm Reborn, after the calamity.
The 7th Umbral Calamity.
We lost our memories for like a while.
I vividly recall Bahamut breaking free of the Lesser Moon and raining hellfire down upon the realm. But no one could seem to remember the events that followed immediately afterwards.
For how long was that? 5 years?
Indeed. To this day, we have yet to determine whether it was an unintended consequence or a deliberate act.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
The enchantment which binds me and the rest of the Forum is based on a similar principle.
Ah.
And yes, it is a contravention of the Sharlayan prohibition against the practice of memory manipulation.
That should be illegal.
Only when a new member is inducted and told of our great duty are they subjected to the process.
So even if you do know it, but you can't tell us.
You have my word that it would never be used to manipulate the populace?
Okay.
I should hope not. But can this enchantment be dispelled and your memories restored?
If 9/10 of our members give their approval, then the process may be reversed. Then, and only then, would we be able to speak freely.
Majority.
Barring that, we must wait until we return to the ethereal sea.
So you're dead? Goodness.
For there we will be purified. The blots upon our souls washed clean. And our memories drift apart and dissolve. Rather defeating the purpose, I suppose.
But then everything goes, yeah. Huh.
But there are those memories that are indelibly etched upon our souls, some believe.
Interesting.
What happens after that?
We are reduced to pure ether, coalesce with that of others, and create souls anew. Alternative schools of thought assert souls remain whole and return to the corporeal world, reborn into another form. Both theories have their proponents. Personally, I consider each equally probable.
Who knows what happens after death?
Well, I think that's enough education for today, now that I've given you some food for thought. Or rather, an entire banquet.
You're not gonna give us homework, are you? Boop boop.
I would remind you,
Oh, magic.
although I'm unable to assist you with certain matters, the resources at my disposal may still be of use to you.
Oh yeah? What you got, man?
Arrange for you all to be given the run of Phenomenon. Of course, as associate to our alumni and the students of Baldessian, this privilege is extended to you as well, my friend.
Thank you, thank you.
And I suggest you speak with Ki Aliapo. She's well known among the artisans of Sharlayan, and her network of contacts may prove useful in your search for knowledge. I wish you all the best in your pursuits, wheresoever they may take you.
That laugh seems almost evil. But probably not. It's just old man laugh. What do I get? A pewter weapon coffer of item level 525. I just realized we're like level 82. You've been granted the run of Phenomenon. If you're a game, Ki Aliapo will put your artisanry to good use. Artisanry. Does that mean... Oh, does that mean crafters and gatherers? Okay, I was trying to get the Alice laid out for now. Some of my earliest memories are of Scarlark Monteshane, actually. He was a close friend of our grandfather. He would come from tea and amaze us with his tricks, much like his demonstration with the paper and ink. He's a huge part of why I wanted to enter this studium in the first place. Oh. Well, Scarlark Monteshane is best known for his role as head of the studium. He is said to be one of the finest mages Shalian has ever produced. Having seen for myself the ease with which he weaves extraordinary, complex, and powerful magics, I have no reason to doubt the claim. A capital idea. Well, that's given me much to mull over. I feel as though we're one step closer to understanding the Forum's true motives and the mysteries of life itself for good measure. It's funny, I came here with the intent of expressing my gratitude, only to leave more indebted than before. I have a feeling this friendship and support would be a great boon to us in the days to come. And on that note, let's head back to the annex. Perhaps on the way you could better acquaint yourself with Key Aliapo, as Scarlark had suggested. Well, I'm sure our findings with Raha. Okay. It's got the run of the place. Oh wait, is that the quest right there? Hang on. Disciples of Land or Hand. Yep, this is definitely for crafters and gatherers. Good luck, everyone. Crafters and gatherers are like, oh, finally, except doing the main quest. Time to craft. They scare me. Ba, 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 ba. One of my free company members is trying to get in. But apparently the servers are now in prime time. Or at least starting to get there. Yeah, it is almost noon, so that makes sense. It's like, it's kind of ridiculous how little... Oh, also, shit! I'm a level 82, I didn't even realize I was a level 82. Holy Sheltron. Duration 8 seconds. Grant Knight's Resolve. It does. Reduces damage by 50% for 4 seconds. Additional effect. That's Benediction effect. Gradual restores HP. Cure potency 250. Duration 12 seconds. It's basically a bunch of timers. Let's try it though. I want to see the animation for this. Awesome. Yeah, it's like 3 different buffs here. It's blocking coming at... That's Knight's Resolved, which reduces damage. Holy Sheltron just blocks the incoming attacks, and this is restoring my health. It's kind of crazy. Ugh. Yeah. Alright, stretching. Alright, so cannot acquaint myself with Key Aliapo that much, but I could open the coffer. It's 520? That's 5 levels above. Might as well do it. High durium. One more piece of damage. Although, I just realized it probably isn't that good. Like, hang on. Because I have better stats. right? Oh no, it's saying it is, but I do have more stats. Like I put a bunch of stats here. Do we really need tenacity? We see how it looks. Eh, it's okay. Putting on the purple thing back though. It's only 517 armor. Literally 1 point up. Yeah, it's just 1 point. This is blue shine. So gonna go with that. I already started walking. I could have teleported, but whatever. I feel like we're so right now though. We're probably heading to Garlemald soon. I say that and watch like 2 hours pass by. It's like we're probably heading to Garlemald soon. Right? Right? Raha must be in here. Hey, Growl. It seems I've done an adequate job of relaying Scholar Montaigne's lecture to Raha. Given his expertise in the field of souls and memories, he had no trouble understanding it. You'd better not let your guard down around Key. One small favor becomes another, then another. Before you know it, you'll be running to the other side of the world in search of a bottle of wine or some rubbish. Then again, it might make for a welcome change of pace than your usual heroics. As the scholar said, it could also lead to interesting discoveries. Yeah. Having spent most of my time in Davner, I've yet to fully grasp the lie of the land here in Charlian. Even finding my way to the annex proved a challenge. Estinian returned not long after we departed for the stadium. Shame that he missed a chance to attend our lecture with the scholar. Or perhaps not. He would not have cared. Like, I guess this is fun. Why can I hit things? Oh, sorry. Ah, welcome back. From what I hear, your trip to the stadium proved most educational. While you were away, I received word from my fellow scions. As expected, news of the warding scales has met with much joy. Preparations are now underway to bring the leadership of the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance together to determine a way forward. Our friends have asked that we bring the scales in our possession to Limsa Lamensa. We're going back. So the time has come for us to go on the offensive. It's too early to say for certain, but that does seem to be the way the winds are blowing. I, for one, can think of no reason to oppose such a plan. Let's see what awaits us in Vilbrand. You can start by getting the scales out of storage. Give me a hand, would you, Estinian? Scales. So are they edible? Yeah. I didn't realize these crates were so heavy. I shouldn't complain though. Vritra and the alchemists of the great work put their heart and soul into each and every one of these scales. So you must treat them with the utmost care. You're not coming with us? As much as I would like to skip the forum's watchful gaze, I have little choice but to stay behind. We're already on thin ice, and if I, in my capacity as our official representative, were found to be consorting with foreign powers, well, you can imagine how well that would go. I shall remain here and do my utmost to avoid roughing any more feathers as I await word from Master Matoya and our other allies. With luck, we'll soon have a good have good news of our own to share. The tide is about to turn. I can feel it. Talimsa Laminsa. Take care, Crow. If you learn out of interest, be sure to let me know. In the meantime, I will do what I can to aid our cause. Though I fear that will be precious little given the circumstances. We're back. So many people. Oh boy. Hang on. For a second though. Oh, let's see. Is Carl still, Tyler still here? I doubt it. He's probably gone home. I just confused Taru with Carl, yes. I'm smart. Where is the quest? Oh, it's literally at the plot. Okay. That makes sense. It's a command room. Hey, what up? I'm trying to find where the okay, this is the water. Where's the other foods? I guess more food are here, like meals. Like this is a ingredient, but it's still a food. Still got that Amar Lassie. Ah, I was told to expect you. As you may or may not be aware, the Admiral is present entertaining the Elder Seats here and the Sultana. Oh well! You're the most powerful woman in the world in one room? Do you need a moment to prepare, or shall I show you to them? Joanna here is the most powerful woman, one of the most powerful women as well, so, you know, she can go in. My apologies for calling you away from Charlian at such short notice. On the contrary, we are honored and grateful, and pleasantly surprised to be joined by such esteemed company. 'Twas only right with that this discussion be conducted in person. We are locked in a war of attrition. Our forces struggle to contain the threat posed by the towers, and it is only a matter of time before we are overwhelmed. Victory will only be claimed through decisive action, and we have taken the initiative to set the wheels in motion. It is reassuring to learn we are all in accord. But might I ask, what is your plan? What your plan entails? So we're gonna hit him, and that's really it. It hinges on entirely the warding skills and our ability to utilize our potential to the fullest. During your time in Charlian, the allied nations have been engaged on separate fronts, with no end in sight. To make matters worse, a surge in abductions of Cobalt, Sahagin, Ixal, and Ananta have given rise to an increasing number of primals as well. But your triumph over Zadhan has given us cause to hope once more. That's true. The time has come to free ourselves of this menace. And it is you, Scions of the Seventh Dawn, who have shown us the way. While the bulk of our forces continue to hold the Telophoroi at bay, we will dispatch the finest to strike the enemy's heart, Garlemald. These brave few will be in the Isabald continent. To think such progress has been made in such a short span. Its objectives are twofold. The first is to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. As previously reported, countless Imperial soldiers and civilians have been tempered. Robbed of their free will, they serve the Telophoroi's every whim without question. They too are victims. It is our duty to deliver them from their suffering, not for strategic political gain, but because it is the right thing to do. I do not ask that we set aside our decades of conflict and conquest, that we simply choose to forgive and forget. I ask only that in choosing to remember, we do not also forsake our compassion and morality, for without that, there could be no reconciliation, only death without end. True that. That's my alarm. Aye, on that we can all agree. Our second objective is the colossal tower that Dankun Urianje observed in the capital. Though its purpose remains unclear, there's reason to believe the smaller spires are merely precursor of what's yet to come. Until the Tower of Zod is toppled, we'd failed to make any headway through this aim could be said of the Telophoroi. There's certainly no rush to press further into our lands. I'd wager the spire's primary purpose is to divide and keep us occupied, while they work towards our annihilation. This would seem to appear substantiated by Yshtola's analysis of the tower's influence on ethereal currents. Based on our observations inside the Tower of Zot, the spires siphon ether from the land, consuming it to maintain their new form. However, they draw forth far more than is required for this task alone. The excess of ether remains unaccounted for, but we cannot be sure it is not being harnessed for our benefit. I wouldn't be surprised if the least of it was being redirected to a larger spire in the capital. There's a logic in that. Regardless, once we have uncovered the truth, we'll bring their schemes crashing down along with their infernal towers. That's all well and good, but what would you have us do? I assume it's more than handing out over the scales and being on our way. We want you and your scales to join the Isabald continent. Consider an official request from both the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance. Do you accept? Perhaps you should be the one to answer that. Oh yes, we'll join. For honor and glory! Couldn't have put it better myself. Y'shtola, Dankun, and Urianje have already pledged their support and are on their way to meet the rest of the continent. They were positive you would come to the same decision as they did. Luckily, for all involved, their prediction was correct. Once you've directed the warding skills to Alamigo, the continent will embark on its journey to Isobard. Raban and Lord Armoric are overseeing preparations, so I suggest you make yourselves known upon arrival. I haven't seen Raban in forever, man. Pack warm clothing, furs, and like. Without it, the cold will do you in before Telophoroi so much as draw steel. As for us, we'll keep the enemy busy while you're gone. They're not the only ones who can create a diversion. Now go safe in the knowledge Eorzea will be with you. Left it, or better upon your return. Let's move out. To the Alamigan Quarter. Whoop.